FATV presents coverage of Fitchburg High School Red Raider athletics. And this afternoon, we have a girls' soccer game as the Red Raiders look for their first win of the season against the Spartans of Oakmont. Hello, everyone, and thank you for tuning in. I'm Daniel Volak. Happy to have you along with us here today from high above the field in the press box here at Crocker Field. The Red Raiders coming off a tough loss on Saturday to Narragansett, fell 4-0 in what was a very challenging game. And the Red Raiders are hoping to bounce back here against the team that they've had a bit of success against this season in Oakmont. Oakmont is 1-2. They're coming off a tie against Quabbin on Saturday. A double shutout it was, 0-0. The game ended as it started. So Oakmont trying to get above 500 here in the pod, 1-2. They've played everybody in the pod once. Fitchburg couldn't get their game in against Gardner last week, postponed twice. And they'll have to wait about another week or so till they'll finally get to play the Wildcats. But in any case, we are underway here from Fitchburg.
Wait for a whistle.
The Red Raiders are in the home red uniforms with black and white panels, black numbers, black shorts, red socks. They will be going from right to left in this first half of play. Oakmont is in the road white uniforms with green numbers, green pants, white socks. They'll be going from left to right. As Ellie Briggs with the pass on, Riley Barrio battling for it in Fitchburg territory. Ball goes out to the far side, but contained. And the whistle blows. You could hear one of the coaches screaming, "Kick it out of bounds, kick it out of bounds," because one of the Oakmont players got hurt in that last exchange. And when the player wasn't going to kick it out of bounds, the officials had to bring a stop to play. As Riley Barrio seems to have taken a shot up high. She's talking with her coach. Try to figure out exactly what's gone on there. But hopefully she's all right. Barrio, she is a junior midfielder for the Spartan side. And a round of applause as she'll come off the field. So, pretty early in, we'll have our first substitution of the contest. It's Caitlin Blackwell will replace her on the pitch. And we'll start with an indirect free kick.
10 yards, please. Indirect.
So now we'll bring a resumption to play. And Oakmont will pitch it forward. Red Raiders will knock it down, try to bring it back to midfield. These two teams played the first game of the season, and that game ended as it started. A double shutout, 0-0 the result. The Red Raiders would like to duplicate a little bit of success there. It's obviously been their best game of the season. Even if they couldn't find a goal in that one, they were able to keep this Oakmont team off the board, which, considering how the other two contests have gone, they'll be happy to duplicate that feat. As Jordan Butler bringing in the middle of the field, trying to feed it to the right side. As Lisa Fernandez was in pursuit, but well out of her reach. Ashlyn Bredden with a kick up field for Oakmont. Ball pinballs out of bounds. Haley Rutherford in the area there for Oakmont, but it's last off the Red Raiders. And a kick in as it goes from Bredden to Jada Sibley. Oakmont trying to make their way up the field from Sibley. That ball intercepted. Now Bredden having a little bit of a challenge there with that. Out of bounds it'll go, but off the Red Raiders. As Fernandez lurking there on the right side. Another kick in for the Spartans. About 4 minutes gone in this one. Ball knocked out of bounds, last off the Spartans. Maysville stretch pass not quite hitting its mark. Zoe Meyer will have the kick in front of her own bench. Floated forward, Meyer. Out to the right side, knocked down by Rutherford. She'll kick it forward. Pressuring from behind was Ellie Briggs. Defender playing up there. Able to force the ball out of bounds. And another kick in for the Spartans. Up on the right side of the field. Sent it across. Fitchburg immediately spitting it out of their own area. And down to the midline, Mackenzie Whitney will settle that for the Spartans. Pass out to the left side for Rutherford. Turns it around, looks for the top of the area. Looking for Allie Raymond. The Raiders kick it out of danger. Here's Butler up the left side. Badly outnumbered, but try to wait for reinforcements. That's Butler now, excuse me. She'll flip it over the head of Fernandez. A couple Raiders in pursuit trying to set something up there. Ball will go out of bounds. It'll be a Raider kick-in. Chance to put some pressure on the Spartans. Sophie Plotkin is the netminder for Oakmont today. She's listed as a defender/goalkeeper, but she will be in goal today. And she had a shutout against Gardner last week. 9 saves she made in that contest for the Spartans' only win of the season thus far. The Spartans have 2 other netminders in Jenna DeBrule and Lindsay Romano, both of them seniors. Plotkin is a junior. And although they're both listed primarily as goalkeepers, I could tell you numbers 4 and 12 that they wear when they're out on the field. 4 for Romano, 12 for DeBrule. I saw them both in warm-ups out there wearing their field numbers. So by process of elimination, Plotkin is your keeper, which is very helpful to play the process of elimination when the person who's in goal for the Spartans has no number on the back of her jersey. That one kicked through the area, out to the left side, out of bounds. It'll go. Goal kick for the Red Raiders. About over 6 minutes gone in this contest. No score, no shots yet. Not a whole lot to speak of in terms of game events at this time. Tennille Council back in goal for the Red Raiders today. Sophomore keeper. Had from our count 5 saves against Narragansett on Thursday. Meyer will kick that out of bounds. And so we will have a goal kick for the Spartans deep in Raider territory. Floated in for Raymond. Tries to leave it off on the left side of the area. A pass attempt blocked down by Michelle Tomei. And kicked back out to midfield. Whitney goes all the way to the back line there. And Ashley McElroan will kick it to the near side. That goes over the head of Sibley. And perhaps in the previous season she would have tried to head that on. Can't do that this year, so she has to let it go. Left side for Rutherford. Sends across. This will be a chance for Oakmont if they can settle it. And Romano in the area, not able to do so. Another kick in coming for the Spartans. Still no shots in this game, but it's a good chance for Oakmont to get it into the 6-yard box. Wasn't able to get much farther than that, though. Caitlin Blackwell on a give and go. Goes off the leg of a Red Raider. And we're seeing Fernandez there to knock that one away. And another kick in for Blackwell. Space given, and now that one turned in the direction of goal. And Council juggling it a little bit, but she's able to pull that one in and make the catch. Lofted there looking for someone to follow on for Oakmont, but Council the first to arrive. She cuts that chance off. Not sure if that would have gone if she'd let it go and nobody else had gotten there. Some collisions there in the center of the pitch. But we will play on nonetheless. Tome in the middle, trying to feed a lead pass up the middle. Now for Ariana Lopez. Left side for Mercy and Fernandez. That's going to go into the area. And Oakmont will dispose of that. Lily O'Mara tries to bring it across the left side. That pass will be intercepted. That was Kayed Novik. Now pass intercepted by Oakmont. Trying to carry it up from Sibley. Pass up to the left side. Out of the reach of Allie Raymond. And a kick in coming for the Red Raiders. About halfway gone in this first quarter of play. 4 20-minute quarters this year in MIAA soccer. No score, no shots. Oakmont's had the run of play. Red Raiders trying to move it up the far side, gain a little bit of territory there. Meyer with the kick in. Kicks it in for Emma McCloskey. Ball comes to an Oakmont foot. Send it across the near side. Not the greatest of passes. Fernandez not able to make them pay with the transition. Sibley got there first. No one finding the orange cleats there. Now that one set towards goal, but knocked down by Council. Give a legit shot for that. Council put it back into play. Sibley trying to poke it through the feet. Ultimately taken in by Rachel Brulette. Now at midfield, Whitney after the intercept for O'Mara. Stretch pass, bit too strong there. And it'll float out.
If we're not standing
bounds.
still, we're moving before the kick, we get to that.
Goal kick for the Raiders.
Hey, what do you have left? I didn't start my watch, sorry. 2 minutes. 11:40 in. Thank you.
So, I believe the Oakmont coach, Randy Jepson, was saying, how much time we've got? I didn't start my watch. It's like, that makes two of us. I forgot to start my watch too. But they ruled 11 minutes and 40 seconds in from the time that they were checking after exchanging a joke. And with that, I also learned my clock is about 40 seconds behind. As that one turned towards goal, they'll go out of bounds through the right side. So now Oakmont with 3 quick shots.
Corner, right? Yeah. Corner, girls.
Coach Jepson asking if there'd be a corner given on that. Indeed there was. First corner of the game for either side, and Oakmont will have it from Allison Sauerbutts. With those distinctive orange cleats, one of a couple. From McElroan. Sit across. Finds a Red Raider with that one. Not the accuracy they were looking for. And Lopez move it slightly out of danger for the time being. Bredden tries to push on for Oakmont. Out to the far side. Rutherford. Out for Ashlyn Bredden. And that'll go out of bounds. A kick in coming for the Raiders. So the 14th minute of action to a score. Shots now 3-0 in favor of Oakmont. Shots on goal 1-0 in favor of Oakmont. Oakmont continues to control the ball quite efficiently as Meyer trying to find McCloskey, but miscommunication on the pass gives the ball back to the Spartans. That one floated to the top of the area, and Sibley trying to turn and do something with it. Couldn't do much with it. side. Missing Fernandez. Passing it back now for the lead pass, trying to feed Jordan Butler.
Let's go, Joe, come on!
Not a whole lot going with that. Oakmont trying to clear it out of danger. That one ends up going off the chest of one of the Raiders and out of bounds. One foot across, and Breton trying to control for Oakmont, kicked away from her. As Riley Barrio back into the game. See, she's all right. Took a shot up high early in the contest. Battling for possession with Rachel Brulette. Lopez challenge with O'Mara. Stretch pass up the right side. Trying to send that across was Sibley. Didn't get nearly what she wanted on that. Turned into a well-hooked shot on goal. Shot towards the goal, but still wide to the right. If it curved a little later, would have been an accidentally nice shot on goal. But just a shot from what she intended to be a cross. In the 16th minute, still no score. Is Whitney out to the left side for Breton. On the right side, Rutherford. Left side, I should say. That one off the rear end of Meyer. And spit out back to the midfield for Breton, and now O'Mara. O'Mara onto the right side. That one knocked into touch. After the challenge, and now a kick in for Oakmont from Blackwell. And on the whistle, a give and go. Trying to feed it to the right side of the area. Emma Yoder not able to get the direction she wanted on that. And a goal kick coming for the Red Raiders. Fitchburg really struggling to get it past midfield now. As Oakmont has had all of the control.
Hey, got a crash on the kick! Don't wait!
I believe a handball against the Red Raiders. Now this will be dangerous. This is a direct free kick. And with the direct free kick, Ashley Macarone given the right to shoot for goal. She did just that, but the ball hooks wide to the left. 6 shots in this first quarter of play for Oakmont, all of them coming in the last 6 or 7 minutes. Fitchburg yet to turn a shot in the direction of Sophie Plotkin. Ball overrun a bit there by Emercia Fernandez. Tomei drives it downfield across the midline. Ashley Gamara trying to get in pursuit for the Red Raiders. Able to win the ball there. And she'll put that right towards goal. It is a shot. It is a shot on target, but not a lot of velocity. And an easy stop for Sophie Plotkin. They'll call contact against Oakmont there as O'Mara backed a little too hard into the Red Raider behind her. So Zoe Meyer ready to take the kick. It was an indirect free kick. And the thing with the indirect free kicks are you've got to stay on side. So they went a little early there. And offside's called against the Raiders. Now some miscommunication. Lopez might have a chance. She turns that towards goal, saved by Plotkin. Just trying to get a shot off the best she could, taking advantage of the turnover. Well done by Ariana Lopez. to at least pressure Flock in there. She makes her second save of the contest. Approaching the 20th and final minute of this first quarter. No score between these two sides. They've played nearly 5 quarters of soccer between each other and have yet to find a ball to go into the back of the net in a meaningful manner. Now, Fitchburg really starting to pressure a little more. Able to force an interception. And a foul against Butler there. A little bit of contact before she made the run.
First 2, let's go. Go!
Oakmont will take the free kick. That one dumped deep into Raider territory.
Wait for a whistle.
Raiders will knock it into touch. There wasn't a whole lot of time left though in the quarter, and that is in fact the end of the first quarter of play. So no score through one quarter of play between the Red Raiders of Fitchburg and the Spartans of Oakmont. So now we've completed 5 quarters between these two sides this season and yet to find a goal between them. Oakmont coming in with a record of 1-1-2, but goals have been hard to come by on both sides in these contests for the Spartans, as they've scored just 2 goals in their 4 games. They scored 1 against Narragansett in their loss. It was a 2-1 loss. And they scored 1 in their 1-0 win over Gardner. And of course, that game against Narragansett, the 2 goals they conceded, all they've conceded this year, as they were able to shut out both the Red Raiders and the Panthers of Quabbin in games that ended as they started with 0-0 score lines. And the Red Raiders, they found those 2 goals against Quabbin, but they've been hard to come by otherwise. So in the first quarter of play, had 6 shots taken by Oakmont with 1 on target. As for Fitchburg, 2 shots, but both of them were on target. So though 6-2 in the shot attempts department, Oakmont has the advantage. It's 2-1 in the shots on target department in advantage of the Red Raiders. Still nothing quite finding back in the net yet. This Oakmont team 2 years ago racked off 16 wins. Made it pretty deep into the Central Mass postseason. Unfortunately, they were a very senior-laden team. They had 9 seniors. They had 8 starters. And so, when you don't have access to them in the following season, it can make things a bit more challenging. And for Oakmont, they took a big step back from 16 wins down to 4 in 2019. Their most impressive win beating a playoff side in Maynard by a rather impressive score, 4-1. Their other wins coming against Gardner, Clinton, and Lunenburg. Randy Jepson has been in charge of this Oakmont side for nearly 2 decades now.
It's going to be your ball to start.
Easily one of the longest tenured coaches in North County. And there's the whistle to start second quarter of play. I've got my stopwatch started correctly. Oakmont again in the road white uniforms. In FHS soccer, the road team wears plain white uniforms and white socks. This is Lopez up the left side. She had the best chance for Fitchburg in the first quarter. Keeps the ball alive, sends it across. Now settled down there by McCloskey. That ball will dance on the end line, go out of bounds, and Fitchburg will have their first quarter of the match. Alexa Silverberg will be set to take the corner here with Amber McCloskey. Trying to give and go, not a whole lot going there. Tomei trying to nudge it along. Ball's going to be kicked out of bounds. And a kick in coming here for Fitchburg, as Kinsey Martineau will retrieve that ball and knock it back towards the field of play.
You got Alexa. You got Alexa.
A couple of the JV players deputizing around the sidelines. Try to kick the ball back towards the field of play. Try to get ourselves back to play as quickly as we can. And they must do so like they would on the field without using their hands, else the ball has to go away for sanitation purposes.
Guys, come on.
Oakmont moving it around in the Fitchburg end. McCloskey will take that one. Taken off her feet by Jada Sibley. Sibley looking to hit that lead pass. Looked like that hit the elbow of Yoder.
Here, Zoe.
And goes out of bounds. But unintentional it was. Hit her elbow, but the arm was fairly well tucked in. So no handball there. That one floated a bit too far out of Yoder's reach. And a goal kick coming for the Red Raiders. Council deputizing for Zoe Meyer. Deputizing to Zoe Meyer. Fernandez will come back into the game. Mercy and Fernandez, as Amber McCloskey will take a breather. William Mara on the near side, trying to hit a stretch pass. Bit of contact, will play on. Sibley trying to find some space, puts it into the area. Council's going to come out and challenge and pick that one up. Not going to let Yoder get a chance on that one. So we already know that Oakmont has only scored 2 goals from 4 games this season. We can tell you Emma Yoder does have one of them. She had the goal against Gardner. Unfortunately, that was the only recap that was posted online, so that's really all we have to work off of. But Oakmont's done well to hang with these teams here in the pod. Hard stretch pass here turned into a shot whistling wide to the right of the cage. Picked up on one hop by Tenila Council. Driven downfield. Lopez trying to settle that down, battling with Barrio. Back to the midline, back to Lopez. Tries to go to the right side, ends up splitting the 2 Red Raiders there and finding Haley Rutherford instead. She'll have another chance though. Go to the left side for Fernandez.
Stay on that.
Tries to push back to go forward. Tomei not able to settle up. Jada Sibley doing a lot of work to keep that one going. A nice step up there by the Red Raiders. That was Silverberg able to cut off that chance. Would have been a great transition chance for Oakmont if she hadn't been able to step up and knock that away. Ball sent back into Oakmont territory. Kenzie Whitney whiffs on the first opportunity, gets a second one. Fernandez and Butler trying to get to the ball for the Red Raiders. As it comes to the near side, Sibley, stretch pass. That one's going to stay in play. Yoder take it to the corner. That goes off of a Red Raider foot. And a goal kick coming Not a goal kick, but a corner kick. That's the term I meant to say. Second one of the day for Oakmont as they'll make a couple substitutions. Swapping a few players out. Ashley Macaron, one of 3 captains on this Oakmont side. Ready to take the corner. She has Allie Raymond with her. To the top of the area it'll go. Ready to drive towards goal. That one whistles wide to the right. Just a misfire off the foot there. I think that might have been Blackwell at the top of the area. And another corner coming. Now a goal kick. I got it crossed up one way, had to get the other one for equal time.
Guys, get on the line
goal kick for the Red Raiders. Oakmont, the drive up there. That'll go out of bounds. Too far away for Allie Raymond. And another goal kick for the Red Raiders. Meyer ready to drive it back into play. She'll go short to the near side for Silverberg. Raymond with the take. Amara up to the top of the area. Couldn't be settled there by Briggs. And the Red Raiders will be able to bring it into Oakmont territory. Oakmont hoping it's just for a few seconds, and indeed it is. Here's a well-hit stretch pass there for Rutherford. Puts it across. In the vague direction of the goal. Not getting the centering feed that she wanted. The council will pick that one up. Accuracy has been a challenge for Oakmont. They've had some good chances. They just can't quite get it turned in the direction of the goal. Or when they're trying to cross it, they're turning it in the direction of the goal. Free kick, indirect. Trying to hit that offside trap. And Oakmont hitting it quite well. Good thing they executed the offside trap well there, because it would have been a 5-on-none otherwise. Yeah, strange on those indirect free kicks. At the time that it's kicked, everyone's got to be onside. Comes up to the far side. Rutherford wants to cross. That one shepherded out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for the Raiders. Entering the 30th minute of this contest, no score between Fitchburg and Oakmont. Oakmont's got 3 shots in this second quarter play, none of them quite on target. Jordan Butler trying to move the ball along. There could be something here for Fitchburg. Couldn't quite get the transition going.
Stay on it, stay on it! Turn it!
Move it out to the near side. That goes off a Spartan, out of bounds. Mercy Fernandez off the legs of Lindsay Romano, one of those 3 captains for the Spartans. Romano listed primarily as a goalkeeper. Where's number 4 when she's not in the net? As she isn't today. Silverberg sending it to the top of the area, but Oakmont able to dispose of it. Meyer trying to nudge it along, but it'll be taken by Whitney instead. Meyer. Tries to push it along. Elysian Fernandez with the touch there, but out of the reach of her fellow teammates, and a kick in coming for the Spartans. Sibley has been doing a whole lot out there.
Red throw. Red kick.
It's going to be a kick in for the Red Raiders, but
Wait for whistle.
if you're going to miss that stretch pass to get it out of bounds where it did there, practically like a coffin corner kick in football, as now the Red Raiders have to kick in from deep in their own territory.
White one. Give her a turn back. White one, back up.
They'll tell Ellie Raymond to back up a little bit, need to give a little more space than that. Now Raymond will try to charge in. Sibley, and 2 Raiders coming together. And Meyer will win the ball here. Ooh, tried to drive that downfield. Found the upper body of Lily O'Mara. I think she's all right though. Had to have been unpleasant though. Ooh, Red Raiders trying to get in transition.
Right here, wide and direct.
The 2 Raiders come and collide at the midline. And COVID foul against Fitchburg. So on the indirect, we're seeing Fernandez miss the first touch, gets the second. Sibley intercepts. Round for O'Mara. Missed the mark there. Brought back onto the Oakmont half. Whitney. Too much on that. McCloskey. Out on the far side. Tomei trying to carry it along. A couple Spartans there, not going to let her gain any more progress. Alicia Bredden. Cleared away by McCloskey. Unable to keep that one in play. It's one of the Red Raiders on the run. That one being McCloskey. Red Raiders will have it, bring it to midfield. Pulling it off there, Riley Barrio.
Red, wait for whistle.
And that one knocked out of bounds. Kick in for the Red Raiders, 34th minute of 80 in this contest. Score remains 0-0.
Down south. White. Wait for whistle.
And Fernandez can't keep that in touch. Keep it from going into touch. Try to use these Commonwealth terms here. But it goes out of bounds. And Romano trying to feed to the top of the area. Finds Briggs. Not so long. Raymond's going to have a good chance there if she could get a shot off. First chance not allowed. Second chance squirts away. And the Red Raiders temporarily clear it out of danger. But O'Mara, she's going to have a good striking chance there from 25. But as we've mentioned before, when they want to turn it in the direction of goal, it doesn't quite go in the direction of goal. It's the 4th shot attempt of the second quarter for Oakmont, and none of them have been quite on target. O'Mara here on the near side. Has her pocket picked by 2 Raiders. Ariana Lopez trying to knock that away. But too much contact there is Ellie Briggs.
No, up further up.
Trying to play that along. Sibley thought the foul was farther back than it was.
Wait for whistle.
I think she'll be pretty happy with how that goes. It is a COVID foul, so indirect free kick. You can hear the Raider coaches saying, watch for the 1-2 touch. It's going to be a kick back to go forward. That's indeed what they did. The Raiders were ready for it. Trying to feed Jordan Butler.
White, off the red foot. Wait for whistle.
Ultimately, that's going to go out of bounds off the Raiders. Lindsay Romano with the give and go. Drives that one forward. Oakmont trying to transition. Rutherford getting ahead here. getting a great chance, puts it in the direction of the goal, but Council able to charge out, got a piece of that as the ball ricochets away and eventually kicked out of bounds. There was a great chance there for Oakmont. Definitely one of their best of the game. And Council coming up with their second stop of the contest. That coming in the 36th minute. I will say I really like this near side referee calling the game. You can hear him in our field mics. He's quite clear and concise when it comes to giving instructions to the players.
Watch your girl back here.
And so when the whistle blows out of him, you always know what it's for. I imagine the far side referee is probably as descriptive, but he's on the far side, so he's a little farther away from our field mics. And we've seen a lot of action more on the near side of the field than the far side.
Allie and Jordan, switch. Jordan, you're coming back.
So we've gotten to hear a whole lot out of the near side as Lindsay Romano will have the kick in. Mara can't handle. As it comes to the near side, Jordan Butler trying to run past a couple of Spartans there. Stumbles there over the ball. Good challenge there by Mackenzie Whitney.
If there's 3 people on her, someone is open.
No foul there. And obviously you know this Oakmont side going to try to mark Jordan Butler as best they can. Butler was the leading scorer returning for the Red Raiders from last year with 5 goals. Of the 20 goals not scored by Elle Scott last year, she had 5 of them. Mass substitution there for Oakmont. I had to sheepishly admit on for the last game when me and John Gugerty did the commentary for Fitchburg Narragansett, I had to admit that I didn't quite know what the substitution limitations were in high school soccer. I can tell you that it is pretty much don't worry about it. There aren't really any limitations at all. Unlimited re-entries and exits from what I could tell.
In front of her, not behind her.
And that obviously helps to increase participation numbers, as you don't have to worry about finding, it's like, trying to find a good way to put it, but obviously when you don't have to worry about if a player can come back in, if a player can come out, it makes things a lot easier from a game management perspective. Jada Sibley having a run here, tries to put it across, but right on target, and an easy catch there for Council. And that one's going to sail too far. But play on, they'll say.
Wait.
Probably didn't matter in the grand scheme of things. One of the rule changes they made this year is the goalkeeper can't put it directly into play and send it directly over the midline. Looked like that one had cleared the midline, but ultimately Oakmont had the ball. Perhaps it was a playing of advantage there. And considering that Oakmont ended up with the kick in, no harm, no foul. Sibley on the right side, challenged and pressured. It'll be a corner for the Spartans. That'll be their third of the contest. We're running out of time here in this second quarter of play. But of course, the players have no idea how much time is left. The scoreboard is not active during these games. Time kept fully on the field. The time you see in the corner is unofficial. We'll try to send it across. Fitchburg will kick it out of bounds. And that will be the last play of the first half. So Oakmont definitely dominating possession in that second quarter. 6 shots to Fitchburg's 0 in the second quarter of play, but still struggling to find the net, as they're only able to turn 2 shots on Tenila Council. She's able to stop both of them. And so at halftime here at historic Crocker Field, it's Fitchburg 0 and Oakmont 0. We are back here at historic Crocker Field in Fitchburg as the Red Raiders of Fitchburg High School take on the Spartans of Oakmont Regional High School. No scores, we begin this second half of play. Daniel Bolak here with you, Travis Falk on camera. This game broadcast safely with all social distancing guidelines in mind. As the two teams have switched sides, see if that'll change the fortunes a little bit. Oakmont in the road white uniforms, green shorts, white socks. They'll go right to left in this second half of play. The Red Raiders in the home red uniforms with white and black numbers, black shorts and red trim, red socks. They'll go left to right. Riley Barrio able to keep that alive, takes a shot for goal, and scoring it up and making the stop is Tadela Council. It's the fourth shot on goal for Oakmont in this contest. They lead the shots on goal department by a margin of 4-2. Shots on goal, they lead 13-2. Fitchburg getting 2 shots on target late in the first quarter of play. Haven't really been able to challenge Sophie Plotkin since. Not even sure Plotkin touched the ball in the second quarter. It was all Oakmont. They did everything but score. That one knocked into the Oakmont bench. And Allie Raymond, after navigating her way around the chairs that make up the bench, get the ball back into play. That'll be chipped on the right side by Caitlin Blackwell, eventually knocked out of bounds. Another kick incoming for the Spartans. Temperatures in the mid-60s today. Wind fairly calm. Mostly cloudy skies though, so we can see the field a bit darker than you would like. If Quabbin were here, we'd probably be able to read their numbers pretty well. Them in their gold on white. Now Fitchburg will try to carry it out of their own end, but intercepted, taken toward goal. Jada Sibley able to come up with the pick and able to get a shot on target. But ultimately wasn't able to put a whole lot on it. And an easy save for Tadela Council, her 5th of the contest. As we mentioned earlier, Oakmont through 4 games have scored just 2 goals, but they've only conceded 2 goals in those 4 games. It's an interesting margin. Quabbin is 2-1-1, 11-4-6 against on the goal margin. Narragansett 2-1, and they're level there, 6-6. And Gardner just 1-1. Mother Nature has not been kind to the Wildcats in letting their games be played. Only 2 contests in the books for Gardner. That one floated down the far side. Lucian Fernandez trying to settle that down, but ends up settling it out of bounds. And another kick incoming for the Spartans. Looking around for somewhere to go, finds Lilio Mara. Mara up the far sideline. Finds that one going out of bounds. And another kick incoming, this time for Fitchburg. In the 45th minute of action, out of 80 regulation minutes. Nil-nil are the scores. That one kicked downfield. And floated into Gardner territory. Knocked out from the near side by Ashley McElroy. See the Gardner JV team arriving. Chloe LeVigor. Kick in, Tomei off her foot. Sail down by Macaron. Now for O'Mara. Stretch pass, trying to hit Emma Yoder. Red Raiders got to get back there. Jostling for the ball. Yoder trying to keep that alive. She brings it across, knocked away, but turned in the direction of goal. Meyer blocks that. O'Mara will settle that. Tries to look for another chance. As the ball rolls towards the corner flag, kept in. Jada Sibley trying to do something with it, but Fitchburg not allowing her to get that cross off. Barrio out to the far side for Sibley. Stretches it. Will stay in play, so Silverberg's got to settle that. Foul forward on the far side corner. O'Mara across. Try to drive it towards goal. Second chance. Nothing going there. First chance for Haley Rutherford, second chance for Allison Sauerbutts. Amounts to a goal kick at the end of it. It was definitely another one of those circumstances where you would have absolutely saw the players heading the ball if they were allowed to do that this year. That'll be knocked out of bounds by midfield. And a kick in for the Spartans in Ashland Bredon. 47th minute, no score. Riley Barrio with the stretch to the right. Doesn't work on the initial try. O'Mara trying to push on. That knocked away by the Raider D. Lopez out to the far side. That ball dances on the sideline, stays in play. Xander McCloskey playing that along, but Riley Barrio will take it away. There's a step up there from Tomei. That ball goes to the center circle. O'Mara. Nudge it along. Sibley. She's been everywhere in this contest for Oakmont. O'Mara setting her feet, protecting the ball. Well done. O'Mara tried to nudge for Sibley on the right side, looking for that cross. Into the area, Rutherford tried to turn and shoot. Couldn't get that one off. Butler back there playing defense. Barrio trips over the ball. Gives Tomei a chance to challenge. Rutherford takes a bump there. And the Raiders to the near sideline. Hidanovic keeps it in play. Now that one kicked out of bounds by LeVigor. Sensing the pressure there from Haley Rutherford and Allison Sauerbutts. '49th minute kicked in. That wedged up in the air. Goes off of Sauerbutts and bounces towards Council. She'll be able to pick that up. And driven back into play. Romano can only watch it hop over her head. So it goes all the way to the back line of Macaron. Near side for Bredon, and now here's Butler trying to take that away. 5-on-5 action there. Battling for it. Butler ultimately called for too much contact. That's a direct free kick. And that's a header. As we've mentioned a couple minutes ago, those are not allowed in the year 2020. And so an indirect paid to the Spartans. Raiders aren't going to let Oakmont get that far. Butler trying to feed it up the knee side. Hidanovic trying to find Butler. Shivered off the ball by Rutherford. Fully legal, they'll rule. That one driven downfield. That's going for the area. Council's going to get there first. And there is an injury back there, as Jordan Butler is on the ground. Mentioned there was that challenge with Rutherford there. A lot of contact between the two. And obviously Butler took a shot from that. And has been hurt on the play. Getting it holding the back of her head. Trainer going through everything. Trying to make sure Jordan's all right. She'll come off the field and take a breather here. We'll hope she's all right.
Hey girls, we're gonna start up. Goalie's gonna have an injury.
So past halfway in this third quarter of play, still no score between Fitchburg and Oakmont. The Raiders will have an indirect free kick from the spot of the stoppage. Council will kick it back to the near side. Butler's been so instrumental to the Raider offense, helping make plays happen. Now without her on the pitch, Oakmont with a chance there. That ball going into no man's land. Meyer trying to find, I believe, Sauerbutts there, but she didn't know the pass was coming in that direction. She'd seen that one going. Might have been able to create a dangerous opportunity for the Spartans. Ultimately, they still have the territory here in the 53rd minute of play. Over 130 minutes of soccer played between these two sides this season, and no goals. It's just been a struggle and then some for both sides to try to get things going. Another kick incoming for Oakmont from the far side. Caitlin Blackwell looking for somewhere to go. So the give and go with Yoder. Ball makes its way out of bounds. Another kick incoming here. Ball pinballs around and eventually strikes the side of the net. Another goal kick coming for the Red Raiders. Meyer. Out of the reach of Hednovic. Watch that one through my binoculars. Online directly in the direction from where I would be standing. Or for where am I sitting up here in the press box, and just saw nothing but green grass on the path there. Fitchburg trying to keep it going on the near side roulette. As it comes to the top of the area, O'Mara, a touch there. Yoder couldn't settle. He cleared out of danger for a moment. Palladian pushing it upfield. Is looking for Isabella Liotta. This ball makes its way to the far side. Another cross here. Council was able to knock it down juggled it a bit, but her defense will help keep that out of danger. That'll come across. And push back to midfield. Oakmont Steed just trying to give their offense a slight breather, where they set up looking for more. Ashlyn Bredden, pass up the near side. Nudged along, Rutherford. A nudge in the direction of goal. And Council will come and pick that up. Council returns it to play. Haley Rutherford, sophomore midfielder. It's been quite tenacious out there for this Spartan side. Now this is Barrio, having rolled up her sleeves. Rutherford across, but Council with the easy pickup. Council thought about throwing it back into play, goes with the kick instead, settled in the center circle. And Brulette up the near side, Bredden kicks that one around Rutherford, but it stays in play. Challenging with LeVigor, sent across. Yoder couldn't get there in time. And now nudged towards goal, but blocked. Again, Oakmont really putting the pressure down here. But then a misfire will give the Red Raiders some breathing room here. Many substitutions made, most notably of which Jordan Butler back in the game for the Red Raiders. Now the Raiders still pinned in their own end and couldn't keep that in play. Ellie Briggs ready for the kick in after LeVigor gets back. Give and go for Briggs. Fit into the area. Raymond couldn't get there quickly enough. Rutherford trying to turn towards goal. Gets the shot off and the save by Council. It's the 7th shot on target for the Spartans in this contest. Definitely the biggest save Council had to make with the rising shot. There's a stretch pass, another opportunity here for Oakmont. Trying to get it across. That one ended up going too deep though. So Ellie Briggs could only go with the cross, couldn't quite turn it towards goal. Council cutting it off right there. As we've said, Oakmont has done everything in this game but score a goal. As Lopez trying to push forward. Red Raiders trying to create an opportunity here. But that one just out of the reach of Ashley Gamara. And for the first time in quite a while, Sophie Plotkin goes out to make a play on it. Everyone peeling for a header there against the Raiders, but it was not given. Will play on. Hidnovic trying to create something here. Battling with McElroan. This one will squirt downfield. Oakmont with a chance in transition here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. Nudged out of bounds by LeVigor. Briggs ready for the kick in. Puts it behind Rutherford. Now that one turned in the direction of goal. That'll be settled down by Council. Kick back downfield, might be a little bit of stoppage time because we had the injury to Butler. So on my stopwatch, we've ticked over 20 minutes, but still a little more time. Council's going to get to that ball first. And once again, not letting Jada Sibley get a chance to make a play on that. So into stoppage time here in the third quarter. That one nudged out of bounds, out of the reach of Hidanovic. Have a substitution. Gamar swaps out for McCloskey. The Raiders pushing on there. Lopez trying to create an opportunity. But making the path there was Whitney. Winning the ball after executing the play she wanted. That knocked out of bounds. And on the kick in, two Spartans trying to wrestle it away. Ball pinballs out of bounds. Another Red Raider kick in. Continuing on here in stoppage time in the third quarter. The teams continue to scrum for it on the far side of the field. Long stretch pass, that one way too strong. Council will get there in plenty of time.
Nice try, Ellie. Way to make the run.
And at that moment, after 2 minutes of stoppage time, the referee will blow the whistle for three-quarter time here from historic Crocker Field. And in pursuit of goals, we still don't have any. Fitchburg 0, Oakmont 0 at three-quarter time. Eight shots for Oakmont in the third quarter of play and 5 on target as they've continued to up the pressure in this one. Meanwhile, Fitchburg, they're able to get the ball to the area for a brief moment, able to make Sophie Plotkin move to retrieve the ball, but other than that, it's the second consecutive quarter that they haven't really been able to test her. And so they remain at 2 shots in this contest. But Oakmont continuing to push the tempo. And the way this game's been going, it feels like Fitchburg's going to have to try to survive for 20 more minutes to salvage another draw, unless they can turn things around here in the fourth quarter and find some magic. So the two teams will break their huddles to start this fourth and final quarter of play here from historic Crocker Field. Fitchburg 0, Gardner is not playing this game. Why was I saying that? Fitchburg 0, Oakmont 0. Oakmont and Gardner used to be football rivals on Thanksgiving Day. Changed that up a couple of years ago. Oakmont plays Lunenburg now. And Gardner plays Quabbin. But now we start this fourth quarter of play, and Oakmont, as we mentioned, dominated that third quarter, but just have not been able to solve Tenila Council in this contest. Council with 8 saves from my count. 2 saves for Sophie Pluck, and those coming on the only shots the Red Raiders had back in the first quarter. But now Oakmont making a run here. Sent across and in! Jada Sibley found a lot of air on that shot and put it over the head of Tenila Council in the first shot of the fourth quarter. Oakmont has struck. A well-placed shot by the sophomore midfielder. She's been everywhere, all over the ball today. Jada Sibley has found a goal for Oakmont, just their 3rd goal of the season, and they have the advantage. That one driven downfield and onside, and now Rutherford's gonna have a chance. The Council stopped that one.
Hey, great ball. Good job.
Well corralled there by Council.
Everybody, let's go.
Whistle, direct kick.
Here, quite a few people yelling nice save on that one.
Direct, put your mask on. Put your mask on, please.
Watch your offside. Correct. There you go.
Hear them saying watch for the offside. Already seen Oakmont willing to execute the offside trap. Butler going to be called for the foul there with the trip. Oakmont will take a little bit of time, get the free kick. Oh boy, here we go again. Rutherford turns it towards goal, just pressured at the last moment, couldn't get the shot off she wanted. And an easy save for Council, her 10th of the contest. But oh boy, 3 prime scoring chances for Oakmont in as many minutes, with one of them finding the back of the net. So the Spartans lead by a 0-0. About 17 minutes to go in this game. Fitchburg, who may have been content to try to hang on and survive for a point, now they must find a goal, else they'll come away with their 3rd loss this season. Pass for Raymond. Now Oakmont with another chance, and a great save there. Looked like Sibley got that one off, and just able to reach out and knock that away was Tenila Council. Out for a corner, but in the grand scheme of things, they'd rather concede the corner than be down 2-0. O'Mara, Rutherford, across. Could be a dangerous ball if anyone could get there, but said nobody got there, nobody made a touch, and ends up just sailing through the end line out of bounds.
Hey, Ellie, watch close. I got here. Get over there.
Meyer will have the goal kick here. Signals where she's going to send it. As the 2 threes clash there in Michelle Tomei and Riley Barrio. Ball out to midfield. That's Elysium Fernandez. Out to the far side, to the near side. Lopez trying to make this run happen. Fitchburg hasn't had much opportunities there, and wow, that ended up making its way towards the goal there, and Plotkin's foot ends up knocking that away. And contact at the edge of the area. That's a penalty.
Are you kidding me?
That was so close to the edge of the area. It was in the area, they rule, and this is a prime chance for the Red Raiders. It's interesting, they've earned a penalty in each of their last 2 games, and now a golden opportunity to equalize. Zoe Meyer from the spot. She scored against Quabbin, and she put it high and wide against Narragansett. A chance to tie the game. Meyer ready, and she scores! She freezes Pluckett in place, puts it in the bottom right corner.
I told him that. I don't think he did. I told him that. Coach, I was specific. I'm not directly. No, stop.
Vamos arriba! Here we go, ladies!
Continue. Stop in.
Don't worry about it.
And the Raiders have equalized. On the penalty in the 66th minute. And that was the break the Red Raiders needed. I can tell you the Oakmont bench filled with discontent over that. The contact that drew the penalty so close to the edge of the area, just barely in. The penalty awarded. With Zoe Meyer 5 minutes after Oakmont found their first goal against the Raiders this season. The Raiders equalize and were level at a goal apiece. So we will have a different scoreline than we did in the first meeting. But Oakmont now would really like a second goal. And with how frustrated they must have been after the penalty, maybe a third and a fourth and a fifth, but they've got to get one first. And right now, Fitchburg, with the momentum in their favor, trying to push the advantage. The lights have started to come on here at Crocker Field. Contact made and the foul awarded. An indirect free kick it'll be. Spartans driving it downfield. Ellie Briggs for Barrio. Challenged there by Fitchburg, and that's Butler. Able to knock it away, passes it to the other 5 ultimately in Bredden. For O'Mara. Stretch pass to the right corner. And centered around. And Council able to pounce on that one. Robs Ellie Briggs of the chance to make it 2-1. But considering where they're putting the ball, that's what it looked like, but it turns out that the ball had actually gone out through the end line first. The Council taking no chances there. It would have been the Raiders' opportunity to put the ball back into play either way. It would just be through a goal kick instead of Council booting it downfield. Settled nicely on the near side by Butler. Out to midfield. O'Mara, the push on.
Coming out.
But the foul is going to go against Oakmont there.
She has the ball!
Boy, I can hear Oakmont's grumbling from over here.
Yeah, that's a good one.
They're really happy with the first few minutes of this fourth quarter. Now they're really frustrated with the remaining minutes of this fourth quarter. As they looked like they'd finally gotten that breakthrough goal they'd been looking for so long against the Raiders. But how quickly the game changed. The Raiders able to win a penalty, convert, and equalize. We're tied with about 9 minutes to go in this contest. Romano with the kick in. Amara chips that wide to the right. But it goes off a Raider foot on the way. And it's going to be corner number 5 for Oakmont. 25 shots in this game for the Spartans and 12 on goal. Compared to the Raiders' 4 shots all on target. But we are tied at a goal apiece. No one nudged out through the end line. It's going to be another corner. Amara trying to bring it across. Council marks that one and pulls it in. Pass ends up going behind Hedinovic. And a kick in coming for Oakmont. Spartans with one of the shorter trips that anyone in this pod has to make. Fitchburg High and Oakmont, as the crow flies, just 6 miles apart from each other. But there's no direct line from one school to the other. It takes about 12 miles of driving to go from one to the other. So probably only about a 20-minute drive back to the school on the Ashburnham-Westminster border. Tommy and Barrio colliding there. Too much contact by Barrio. It'll be an indirect free kick. No, it's not. It is a direct free kick. As we mentioned, important, the difference between the two. Especially for a position like that, whether or not the offside trap will mean anything. Substitutions made by both sides. Approaching the 74th minute of this game between Fitchburg and Oakmont, tied at a goal apiece. Jada Sibley in the 61st, and then 5 minutes later, Zoe Meyer on a penalty. Good stretch pass there, out of the reach of Sauerbutts, and Council comes up and drives that downfield. Normally we'd see her jump on that one and then drop kick it back into play. One of the few times we've seen her run up and drive it downfield. Chipped at the top of the area. Rutherford's been pretty much everywhere. They're going to call the handball there.
Don't worry about it, Haley. It's okay, Hale. You got this play. Let's pull it in.
So direct free kick. I would believe.
Ashlyn, you got one behind you. Keep that pressure.
Raiders trying to move it out, but now another chance. Sibley not quite able to get the location she wanted on that shot. Sure, about that spot she was able to score. Felt like it was one of those kicks, not quite across, not quite a shot, but it ended up just falling in just the right place. Oakmont with 17 players on their varsity roster. 8 of them seniors. 5 juniors, 3 sophomores, and a freshman. Sarah Butts trying to move it along. Emma Yoder there. Comes out to the right side for Blackwell. Ball ricochet out of bounds. Briggs will go and run that one down as Blackwell will get the kick in here. Whitney floats it in. Top of the air, sent across. Sarah Butts' pass intercepted. Barrio challenging there with Brulette. They settle down there as O'Mara moves it to the far side. Trying to spring Jada Sibley. Seen O'Mara and Sibley try to hook up on those passes quite a few times here in this fourth quarter. Kick in for the Raiders. Pushes that downfield. Ends up floating into touch. A couple feet short of midfield. That'll be driven downfield. All the way to the back line. Macaron having a bit of trouble with it. Ball will be settled at midfield. Barrio. Upfield, but sent back. Tomei. Challenging. More battling for the ball there. It comes to midfield. Fitchburg on a bit of a run here. Broken up there, stepping up was Mackenzie Whitney. Will be able to keep control of the ball after the challenge. Driven downfield, but way too strong. An easy pickup for Council. He's played an excellent game in goal for the Raiders today. May very well be her best game of the season, although we have no clue how many shots she stopped against Oakmont the first time out. But she's kept her Raiders side in this contest. Now Butler on a run. Raiders have only had 4 shots in this contest. 2 in the first, 2 in the fourth.
Hello? Oh my God!
And the foul called there, Tomei colliding with one of the Spartans.
This has been happening all game. Wait, give her space, wait.
Get away.
Things a stop to play here late. So they'll go and check on the injured Spartan. That was Riley Barrio, who went down there in the clash of numbers 3. Barry will come off. Briggs will come on for her.
And we've got less than a minute left.
The referee acknowledges we are in the final minute of this contest.
Hey, 30 seconds.
We got this, girl.
1-1 the score. Oakmont looking for the winner.
White kick.
And contact made, an indirect free kick. This could be the chance for Oakmont. And they rule it is a direct free kick. A great chance to shoot for a goal, and it's high. Ashley Macaron had the shot there. Council is going to go to run that down. That made it all the way beyond the confines of the track and the hill. And ultimately, that was the last play of the game. And after an action-packed fourth quarter of play, this game will end as a 1-1 draw. Ultimately, Fitchburg with 2 shots in the fourth quarter of play, but that last one, the penalty taken by Zoe Meyer finding the back of the net, was very much the difference in preventing the Red Raiders from picking up their third loss, but instead their second draw. And for Oakmont, they finished with 26 shots in this contest and 12 on target. They took 6 shots, 4 on target in the fourth quarter, and they found a goal in the first minute of action there, finding it for Jada Sibley. But ultimately, the Raiders able to get a little bit of pressure downfield late. One of the few times they were really able to sustain an attack in this contest, and they drew a penalty in the area. The third consecutive game they've been able to draw a penalty. Zoe Meyer converts on it, freezes Sophie Plotkin, picks the bottom right corner. Beautifully taken penalty. Even the best keepers in the world would have had a challenge stopping that one. So the Red Raiders come away with a draw after it looked like things were getting so dangerous for them. They give up that goal in the first minute of the fourth quarter, but they're able to stave off the rest of the pressure, the rest of the chances. And so the game comes to an end. Fitchburg 1, Oakmont 1. So the Raiders to 0-2-2 on the season, the Spartans to 1-1-3. An interesting record for Oakmont in their first tie of the season that doesn't end in a double shutout. Next contest for these two teams. The two teams will be back at it in 2 days' time on Thursday. Fitchburg will be going to Quabbin, take on the Panthers in Barrie for the first time this season. 4 o'clock start there before they're back at home against Gardner, playing the Wildcats for the first time this season. That'll be a week from today on the 27th at 4 o'clock. And Oakmont's next contest will be at Herd Field on the Ashburnham-Westminster border, as they will be taking on the Warriors of Narragansett. 3:30 start time there from Oakmont. So that'll do it here from historic Crocker Field. Final score, it's Fitchburg 1 and Oakmont 1. Thank you very much for tuning in. For Travis Falk and everyone here at FATV, I'm Daniel Bolak saying thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you next time. Until then, so long from Fitchburg.